What up, though, everybody? It's once again we back in the studio with the Popculture 223 podcast. We in the studio again doing a wrap up. It's the end of the year
Yes,
coming
sir.
up.
Year in
To get it in, the New Year is upon us, man.
2024.
So we doing a little recap. We also gonna talk about some other topics. Like this is not my full year of doing the podcast. I think this is. I think we about what 5, 6 months in, 7 months
Shit.
in.
No, you about a year.
No, it did.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You about a year.
I had to go back to the first episode I dropped to see
Mhm.
what it is.
I think it's been about a year, damn near.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we got we got bears on the ones and twos. Then I also got the big homie in here. He about to start talking shit on the toilet. Say something, authentic Dre podcast.
Niggas not on the toilet, you motherfucker. Niggas at home recovering from this whatever virus going around, but a nigga is not on the toilet.
Say not yet, huh?
I hear echo back there, so it could be like that porcelain banging off. You talking from that porcelain.
This nigga is speaking from experience.
What up, though, Dre? I'm glad I can have you on, man. I'm glad that we can, the production, Deuce Coup Productions, we got you on the Bluetooth. That's just the technology. I'm glad you can be here with us
Sir.
today, man. I
With
thought
the
you were going to be in
call-in.
person.
With the call in.
With the call in, so you can just, the limitations of what we can do is endless. So I'm glad you on here today, man. So got a couple questions for you. Well, we're just going to be talking, kicking it. What you think about the
Alright.
Lions last night?
I mean, shit, they get robbed every time they go to Dallas, so why are you surprised?
Right. I was sitting there wondering last night too, like, dog, why are we always going to Dallas? Like, why Dallas ain't never coming to us?
Nigga, the last time they were here, I think it was
Was it that playoffs in '91?
no. Last time Dallas came here, I think it was like 3 years ago.
Mm. I
Yeah,
don't even remember that because we always there. It just seemed like we always there.
Well,
Yeah, but I think it was about 3 years ago. Then the one before that was when Calvin went off when Dez Bryant was talking all that shit.
Right.
Well, yeah, I don't keep up with it. I thought the Lions did pretty good. Technically, they probably won the game, right? Some mishaps here and there, like Dallas turned the ball over twice.
Mm-hmm. They
Like,
both did.
They both did, but you know what I'm saying? We could have capitalized. But I was just impressed that the way that we played and how we just competing.
Yeah.
Everybody said, well, why they didn't kick the field? I was going with the field goal at first to see what the coin toss going to be in the second half. I mean, in the
Right.
overtime to see what we could have done. But what's my man? Lame? The receiver.
CeeDee Lamb.
Oh yeah,
CeeDee
CeeDee
Lamb, he
Lamb.
was killing us.
Yeah,
He was torching us. So I'm just like, I don't know. So
But you know what though, and I was halfway cool with that because he was the only one torching us. Brandon Cooks had a couple of plays and he had that touchdown, but for the most part, they kept
he
everybody
was
else
cooking
in
us for
check.
like 50, 60. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't tackle
No.
him. A little slant, he
No.
gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go back to the play that started it all, where Derek Barnes' ass had a clear shot on that.
Clear shot on
Hey,
that.
time
And he
out, time
threw
out.
some old WWE shoulder to this
Bro,
nigga.
I text my homeboy. I said, I can't stand 55. Like, if you go back through some of his highlights, he didn't whiff a lot of tackles.
Hell yeah.
Like, bro, that's 2 points. First of all, if he tackle him in the end zone, that's a save. That's
That's
2
a
points.
safety. That's 2
we win the
points.
game.
Yep.
We win the game. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like,
and also, excuse me, they don't even score that touchdown to CeeDee Lamb through or that he caught.
exactly. So he
No.
won the game.
No, it's crazy, man.
Hey, but the two people I do love, them two white boys, Hutchinson and that tight end.
Laporta, man.
Laporta and Hutchinson.
No,
hey.
I just seen a clip, Dre. I just seen a clip on IG on the Lions page that I thought was Laporta because I seen the 7, but it was actually Hutch. I don't know if you seen it on the gram. This dude, like in warmups yesterday, like a ball was thrown his way, but it was so high up, he jumped and like literally one hand grabbed that boy in the air, turned and went upfield like a tight end or a receiver, and I'm like, dang, Laporta a bad boy. Then I looked at it again. I'm like, dog, that's 97. That's Hutch.
That nigga cut his hair, man. He got more aerodynamic, man.
Hey, nah, bro. I think,
Right.
You ain't see that nigga cut his hair?
Nah.
He took his helmet off?
I peeped. He cut his shit. Yeah.
So I was telling Bear, I said that dude been hanging out with black boys.
Right.
You know he been hanging out with black boys at U of M because he can dance, he got some rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And he a monster out there. He out there monstering the people.
That nigga's probably fucking black girls and everything, man. Let's be real about that shit.
Hey, we got Dre from the Authentic Podcast on here, so
Right. The views and the opinions of Dre.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know how we do on
Don't do
our show,
that.
Dre. So I
Yeah.
had to,
Right.
yeah, this
I
is
had to just throw it in there.
this is why I called you from the toilet. Hey, but check this out. Check this out. So we recapping some of the my guests we had on, and I wanted to ask
Year as a whole.
the year in the whole. What were some of your favorites, or some ones that you really got into that you liked or whatever, Bear?
So every time Jeff comes, it's always fun. But I was really liking when Rhett came with the precision game. Last episode.
I don't feel like I asked him a lot of. I feel like I asked him good questions, but I don't feel like I asked him like. I felt like I left a lot on the table with some questions. I'm just like,
But see,
damn,
I
should have asked him this.
but see-
Damn, I should have asked him
that always happens when we do shows. But also, man, it's like that's something new that like everybody can get into. So you always gonna kind of feel that way. Maybe we'll have him come back and then ask him some more. But I actually did like I don't know if this is one of somebody's favorites or least favorites. I liked when we had Jay on, and was able to tell her story about her sister and all that, because I think it helped bring awareness to the whole trafficking game and things like that, and helped kind of quell that stuff and let people know to be on the lookout for certain things. Because I tell people, I think we was talking to Rob. I don't know who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody and was telling them about how it's certain hot spots here that's like big for trafficking and like to watch out. Like nigga, I don't know if it's still like that, but that Walmart or 7 Mile in what is that, Dre? 7 Mile in Middle Belt? Yeah, dog. They say that's a hot spot. You got your kids, hide your wife, dog. Keep that thing on your hand.
Yeah.
'Cause, they
You
say
know
they
what?
be watching in there.
I'm glad you brought it up. She got up. I ain't gonna say little. She do some podcasts and stuff. I caught her doing a couple podcasts from her production place.
I seen that, yeah.
So like I said, shout outs to her. She was doing good. She like saying, paving the way for a lot of entrepreneurs, especially women in the game. She was doing major, but that was a deep story. That's why I wanted to have her on here, to tell that story about her sister being abducted. And then, it just, even with that and like domestic violence situations, you know what I'm saying? Like people please call and check on folks. Sometimes you just gotta be nosy, be too nosy sometimes, just to see how people doing and see what the situation is. Especially read your keys. If you feel like something ain't right, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
hey, and that apply to the fellas too. You never know, because look, something go too crazy. He ain't heard from nobody in a minute. Dre hit me up in a minute. You good, dog?
yeah,
Like,
right,
nigga, where you at?
Right. You
right.
be kind of quiet in the text chat or something, dog. What's wrong with you? You all right?
Send a smoke signal or something.
But Dre, how do you think my podcast game begin growing? Because I know you had told me right off the rip, man. So once you get comfortable, man, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I noticed this, like I said before, I think it probably took me about 5 episodes before it just all come natural. So yeah, the flow is natural now. Now you can just, well, you ain't at that point yet, but you almost there, where you can like literally just walk in the door, hit the button and go. You know what I'm saying? It's like hit the button and go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I done got to the point where I'm almost 2 years in, so you on the right track. I can go in that motherfucker cold, hit the button.
Right.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and KJ getting there, because it's a lot of, I can tell with the prep that you do with like your questions and stuff, that like a lot of it, I can tell once we get in the flow of stuff with certain people, you just kind of going off top. Now you do go back to your scripted ones that you definitely wanted to ask, but we get in the flow of a conversation, and then it kind of rolls, and then like questions pop. I can see like questions pop up in your head, and then hey, well, what about this? Or that's a good question. Let me blah blah blah. Go out.
Yeah,
So.
and then that's why I probably had Randy Wimberly on at the first guest, because he a vet in this, but he doesn't do it anymore as far as what channel 2 or 4, whatever he works.
2, yeah.
Shout out to Wembley.
Yeah,
Right.
so he doing some other things, but that's why I had him on, because of that. Because I was like, okay, he can talk and keep talking. That he can pick up slack where I left off, or my first. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody with energy, talking, that know the game, and probably can pick up where like you and him could pick up. Like, okay,
Right.
he ain't asked Kev, ain't asked no questions. Woo, woo, woo. Let me jump in and talk. So that's why I had him on. I don't know. I think all of them was, somewhat my favorites. Just because I thought they were interesting stories from my homeboy, Go Be Great on Purpose,
Yeah.
to Rhett. Like every time Jeff come on here, we talk about firearms, gun. You just kick it. The wealth of knowledge that he has is solid, and then it's like
Oh, Jeff.
yeah,
Right.
and then getting people in the community to talk about what they're doing and what's going on because, like, we are part of the community. We come from the neighborhood. So, you know what I'm saying, just to have them people talk and, like, share their stories with us and with the audience, it was cool. And then we can help educate people about certain things. So, like I said, that was, I kind of like all of them. But,
Oh,
like I said,
yeah.
I was just getting my feet wet. So,
Yeah,
2024,
but
we going to step it up. What'd you say, Dre?
I want to give you credit too, because because I know I'm about to start doing like more interviews going into next year. So I kind of pay attention to how you do conduct your interviews. So you kind of help me on what I need to do. So I give you props for that
Shit,
in my preparation for interviews and stuff like that.
Hey, but see, and then my homeboy said, "Man, stop using interviews as a crutch." And he was meaning like, "Look, you and Bear get on there and talk that shit, or talk, we can have great conversations." And some people was like, "Man, shit, I just like to hear you and Bear talk." And then like you said, Dre, you can just hit the button and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had a mic in my face, we'd be sitting here talking shit for
Talking
hours.
shit anyway,
You know
right?
what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm like, shit, I need to be like Drake. Just go on that boy and get the kicking it, get the going. You know what I'm saying? Just have real barbershop, black folks conversations. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, kudos to that for showing me
Yeah,
that,
and
though,
that
Dre.
just comes with, like I said, because like I said, I tell people who listen to my podcast, like, if you listen to the first episode, it was all just getting the nerves and stuff out.
Right,
Because everybody wanted to do it till that mic turned on, and you like, oh shit,
right,
I really got to say something. So
right.
after a couple episodes, shit is like, fuck it, let's go.
Hey, yeah.
Drinks help too, but
Text you, boy Dub. I know you just seen that in that text, Dre.
Tell,
oh no, I ain't paying attention,
yeah,
man. I ain't looked down at my phone. I'm just keeping it steady.
just keeping it steady, Eddie.
Right.
Toilet.
Right.
You know,
Hey,
playing Call of Duty at the same time.
man.
Since y'all talking about guns and shit, I figure I should play. It's only right I play Call of Duty while
On the podcast,
on the
only
podcast.
place you can play Call of Duty and be on the Popculture 2 to 3 podcast is right here, right now, right?
Right, because truth be told, if we was all here, shoot, somebody could have brought a system and hooked it up to the TV
Hey,
behind.
we
Right.
need to figure out how all we can stream and talk junk
Right.
on the game at
Right.
the same time.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Hey, yeah, man, I'm gonna get with you on that later on too, man, because I started to it's been so long since I played. I finally downloaded it last night because PlayStation got
Listen,
a
let
got
me
a
tell you
sale.
about this campaign right quick. I played a
I ain't
campaign.
even played the
You playing the
campaign.
campaign?
Listen, it's a situation on there where they take over a soccer stadium
Mm.
and they in there clapping everybody. It's
Mm.
to the point like I want to fast forward through this because I can't. This is too much. They in
Dang.
there clapping folks, bro.
In the new one in 3?
In the Call to Do,
Yeah, the new one. The
campaign,
new,
yeah.
Dang.
They in
Yeah,
there,
I gotta
they in
check
there,
that out.
They took over a soccer stadium, or whatever. They gonna blow it up,
Right.
but they in there clapping folks.
Damn. Yeah, dog. I can't wait to get
So
to that
you
one,
in
man.
there,
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
moving, they
yeah.
talking. Every time you hit, if you hit a civilian, you got to start over.
Ooh, so it's like for real.
Man, it's to the point like, man, am I really watching this?
Dawes, you know what though? And that's
They clapping them, they throwing them on the ground, hitting them with the boo doo doo doo.
yeah, but and I heard that they done took Call of Duty to a whole new level too, because I ain't played it since like Modern Warfare 2, and I know it's been a few that came out since then. But yeah, dog, it's been kind of. But see, I'm mainly playing the campaign too, which I always do when I ain't played it in a while, just to get back to used to the controls. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried, dog, when Modern Warfare 2 came out. No, I tried that and just to jump right online, man. When I tell you my kill death ratio, and again, just full caveat, and in case anybody not really paying attention, we playing a game, so talking about kill death ratio, but it was so terrible. I was getting clapped left and right, left and right, left and right before I even got one kill because again I hadn't been used to the controls and how they do it, and I'm glad I did that because they changed the controls and how you do stuff so much now. Yeah, you can change them, but I kind of like to see how it regularly is. Man,
I just because I got
yeah,
that new
dog.
control or the controller set up. This update is
Yeah,
just
it's gotta go this way.
so my settings are just be in there, so I don't really worry about it. I don't really worry about it.
Yeah, man. Because I got to
Right.
go online and
You're a
change
trained
my shit.
professional, you ain't really worried about it.
Right.
Hey, hey, did y'all see that in the news the other day about that Good Samaritan that got shot in the neck? They got shot twice.
Yeah, he got shot in the basically in the face, in the cheek, and the ear.
Did you see that, Dre?
No, I don't watch the news, man. It's too depressing.
So Westland resident Antonio Williams survived 2 gunshots to the head trying to be a good Samaritan. He learned a valuable lesson along with helping his, so he was out there so basically it was a car crash. So he was getting gas, he rolled up on a car crash. As soon as he got in Garden City. So when he got to the car crash, the dude jumped out that was in the car crash in front of him, jumped out with the hammer and started busting at people. And he got hit. So he got hit in the neck once, and then he ran into the gas station. So the dude with the gun, he go running after another person in the gas station.
In another car.
In another car. Start banging on her door. I want to say he started.
He popped a couple off in her car.
And she got a car. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. So I'm thinking to myself, like, was this dude on some dog food? Like, was he on? What was he on? Molly? Was he popping something?
I don't know what the hell was going on, dog. Because at first I'm like, damn, what the hell? And like you said, then when he went back to the gas station and tried to go after my man, so the last one you sent me, I actually listened to the audio. Apparently. Now, I don't know how true this is when they say this. It could have been, but it could have just been somebody's thought process, especially in that moment. They see my man's gun jammed, and that's what allowed my man to run out. Mm-hmm. It could have been, but it could have been just in the moment because he didn't fire again. My man assumed it. I don't know. We weren't there.
He had that. What do you think he had on? What do you think gun he had on at a jam?
I don't know. That's a good question, man. Because what's funny is because the video's so grainy, it looked like a Glock, but it also looked like an M&P. So I mean, I don't.
It looked like he had that first gen M&P with that 2-tone.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I couldn't tell, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, man.
What you think about that?
Could have had an XD.
What you think about that?
I mean,
being a good Samaritan in that situation happened.
And this climate shit, they don't even pay to be a good Samaritan. Most people die now. People that stepped into something and got nothing to do with them end up getting killed.
Right.
You hear about that shit, and I hate to say it, but at the end of the day, they don't pay to be a good Samaritan no more. Because you're more likely to get, if you see a dude and chick fighting, you step in, you die.
Right.
They make up and still together. But you step in because of they toxic drama.
Right.
It's not worth it no more.
Well, I posted it on the Instagram, just a conversation. And a lot of people were saying the same things, like, man, I wouldn't stop, or I'm aware, or I'll just keep going. And one dude was like, well, you had a situation with him and his partner. He said, he said his partner, so I'm like, it's 2 of them. They helped somebody, got in a car accident. They were bleeding out, so they did all the first aid medical kit, and then they passed it off to the state patrol people that took over. So I was like, okay, y'all was in two tandems, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like me and Bear out there situation, we going somewhere in a car accident, pop out, you know what I'm saying, and then we engage or we help out the people. So like I get that, you know what I'm saying, you with you, but if you by yourself, it's dark. And that situation happened because he was like, well, what if it was my wife? What if it was my sister? What if it was this? So it was the what if. But now you thinking to yourself, ain't no more what if. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna call 911 from the corner, and then I'm gonna see how it go.
And I think it's situational too, man. Because I remember, it's funny. I don't know why I just now remember this after us even having these previous conversations. I remember one day I was on my way to the golf course. It was an early Sunday morning.
Tiger Woods ass, man.
Hey, man, you know how I get down, man. I mean, I ain't no good, but right, 4. I mean, I'm better now than I was then, but
2. He was like 2.
Right.
Strike.
Right. But I literally just left the crib, and because it was early, wasn't too many people out. But I seen this dude coming up. I think it was Schaefer. And he was like in an old school like Cutlass or something like that. And dude was just mad. No, actually I take it back. He was on Outer Drive first. He was behind me, and he was mashing up Outer Drive. I mean, he was mashing up Outer Drive. Then he made this hard ass turn on Schaefer, and I was going the same way. So I turned and I'm like, man, I'm looking like, man, the way he driving, man, he gonna be lucky if he don't hit something. Sure as shit, I get to 8 Mile in Coolidge. And he done hit somebody, and I can't remember if it was his car or the other car. They was kind of like on the north side, so it was technically in Oak Park. And one of the cars was on fire, and dog had gotten out Because by that time, it was like 2 other cars that actually stopped. So I got out, Good Samaritan dude, like, dang, you know what, this kind of messed up. And there's no telling who all involved. So I get out and I look up and my man laying on the ground, but I can see he got a holster on him, but ain't no pistol in there. So I'm like, okay, I can hear the sirens and they coming, but it's a bunch of people extra than pulled up because of the fire. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let me go and get up out of here. Police are on their way. I can hear them before everybody else. Because just in case my man is gun on the ground and he tripping and start shooting or something. Because, again, I can see the holster, but I don't see no pistol. And I was strapped at the time. But, again, I wasn't as far advanced trained as I am now. So to even assess it. But it was just like, oh, wait a minute. Where the pistol at? Or is it in the car? Or, And the way my man was kind of acting on the ground, I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and get up out of here. It's time for me to bounce, And plus, it was already a bunch of people there, the whole 9.
Hey, I call that's the hood spidey senses.
Dog, for real.
That's
This
the hood.
nigga said hood spider senses.
That's some spidey senses. Think about
For
it,
real.
man. And it's not like Dre. Where you grew up from, Dre? Where you come up at?
Finkel and Greenfield.
See, I'm from Brightmo too. I'm from Schoolcraft. I'm on Finkel. I'm right on Bramwell. So we already know pulling up to a situation. Dude jump out, what that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like keeping your distance is important. Like some of the stuff you ain't even got to be, I ain't gonna say trained, but just be aware of the situation. And if somebody come out, he looking, whatever, you can't just run up. You gotta assess it.
You gotta assess that. Yeah.
You gotta assess that situation. Now, people. I guess his first Good Samaritan idea was to run up, help out. Like I said, now people gonna be, seeing that you may second guess yourself. So, a lot of people in the IG feed was just like, I ain't gonna never second guess. I'm just gonna jump out and do what I gotta do. But mind you, everybody in that feed is strapped,
Right.
trained, and be like, okay, if it comes to a situation,
If it comes to this, I know what I'm about to do.
I know what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? But I tried to reach. I'm trying to reach out to the gentleman just to talk to him, just to help him out, just to give him some education or give some game or give some skill set that can help him out. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, an offhand flashlight in that situation would have shit. He could have hit him with the boom right in the face, my man, and then dip. You know what I'm saying? Or just set your situation, or just even
seen the pistol offhand from the flashlight.
Whatever,
and
right,
bounce,
and then bounce. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to reach out, trying to find him. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. Everybody was like, I don't know, man. Talking to him now might be bad situation, or I'm like, well, shit, Channel 4 right there is the bed said.
Right
at the bed in the hospital talking to him. So why can't Popculture 223 talk to it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let him tell a story on the platform so we can help him out and give him some game.
Yeah, every situation is different. I was in a situation where I'm literally sitting at a light and seeing this dude cross the street on his bike and get hit by a lady who, I guess he thought he could beat her, but he didn't.
Damn.
And she popped him and he went flying. And I'm still sitting at the light and shit. By the time she got out, a couple other people got out. There wasn't no need for me to get out because he was moving.
Right.
So I was like,
he wasn't dead. So
he was only like probably 15 feet to the right of me. You know what I'm saying? As I'm sitting at the light.
Right.
So
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
right
Like,
here. Woo, brother, what it on? You all right? All right.
dude, because the shit happened in slow motion. When the shit, when you see shit, how everything happens in slow motion.
Right.
That's how it went. That shit happened in slow motion.
Damn.
And I was like, the man was like, no, boom. The lady jumped out. Old lady, she was freaking out. People jumped out. I was like, shit, well, it's enough for them. They don't need me.
Yeah.
But, as much as I hate to say
that's how
it.
I felt that one time, Dre. I'm like, it's enough of these folks out here already. Let me go ahead and bounce.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers say shit, and I've said this, so motherfuckers always say what they would do when they ain't put in that situation. Until the motherfucker really put in that situation, they can't say what they gonna do because it's easy to say it
after the fact
on social media because you ain't really faced with that situation.
Well,
that's why I don't really put too much stock in a lot of shit. I don't care if I got a gun or not. Until you in that situation and that adrenaline get to rushing, you don't know what you're gonna do.
Right. It could be anything.
Well, because I was in a situation where we was on Telegraph. I don't know, it was on Telegraph and like Long Lake. A guy was coming across, going across Telegraph, and a girl ran the red light, hitting, smacking, old dude in like a little Lincoln, some kind of SUV. The car rolled over. So I jump out in the car, in the car, and I jump out, and they trying to. It's crazy because they trying to bang on the glass to get him out because I guess the door wasn't open. So me and this other dude, they trying to bang on the glass to get him out. The other dude went to the back door. The back door was open, but they couldn't get him out of his seat. And I'm just looking like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I said, wait, hold on, I got a knife. You know, sometimes people they yanking on yanking on the seatbelt tight because you know it's a car accident. Seatbelt tight, so they yanking on the seatbelt. It's not coming out. So people don't be thinking at the time like, okay, well maybe use my knife or maybe let me reach over and hit the button. They just yanking thinking that the seatbelt going. Right. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Adrenaline going.
It typically don't for a lot of them. Yeah.
So I whip out my little cheap knife I had. Boom, cut him out. We pulled him out. Police got there. Like saying he wasn't bleeding, but he was like an old dude, so he was real delirious. So we pulled him out just in case the car started smoking or whatever. So we pulled him out. Police got there, helped the lady out, helped the young lady out. But like I said, it was a lot of us. It wasn't late. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I guess I didn't even think about it. I jumped out, kept it moving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, at that situation.
And that's like you say, even though it was a cheap knife, that's a good tool. A lot of people don't really realize to have. You know, so whether it's part of your everyday carry or not, just to have, like, it ain't just about to have a blade in case you got to stick somebody or cut or whatever. It's about the tool that it is. It's like, I actually had a good cheap one like that too, that actually had a seatbelt cutter and a glass breaker on it. Now, I gave it to my mama for, you know, safety reasons and stuff like that because it had all that stuff on it. But
you know what happened?
Same thing though. Like, you know, if you got it and this, you know, you got a glass breaker, you know, so you got a knife or a seatbelt cutter and a knife to cut through in case that happen. Yeah.
My mama probably get in the car. She did. Roll over, and she gave me that. She got the same stuff in her car. You know what she do? She gonna call me. Kevin got a car. She did. What I supposed to do? Why you calling me?
That's probably my mama too. Like
you better call 911.
Ryan, I'm okay, but I was just in an accident.
I'm upside down.
Right. Where you at?
On top of BP, upside down. I'm on 94 and it's 75 upside down. But that's like even when you see like the videos, Dre, you see people clowning in the gas station or clowning in a restaurant. What do you do?
Leave the gas station.
Huh?
Certain gas stations I'm just not gonna go to.
So remember, like,
you already know.
Right.
So like even when I was talking about like the green light situation, like the green light project. The green light project is like all the green lights is on these places was under surveillance by the DPD.
Right.
So it was trying to like it's like
it's supposed to be like a deterrent.
A deterrent, but it helps catch the assailants or whoever that's causing the issue or that did the crime. It ain't stopping.
Yeah, I know about the Project Green Light stuff.
Yeah, what you mean?
It's just certain gas stations that's part of the Project Green Light. I still don't trust them.
Right, so you ain't deferring. They still gonna do dirt shit. They still gonna do something there.
A lot of them really don't care anyway. So
a lot of people don't care. So to me, I was just like, first of all, if you go down certain streets in the neighborhood, for 2 miles there's green lights on every damn thing. So where I'm supposed to go get gas from? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because in my opinion, like, and I think Highland Park is blue lights, man. They only got them lights because them like high traffic or high crime areas. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't known about blue light.
I think it's the same thing as the green light, but I think Highland Park just use blue lights.
So the whole Highland Park is on blue, basically.
I mean, you would think, but I think I've only seen like 2 or 3 lights over there. But because I think it's another city somewhere else too that's got blue lights, but it's the same kind of program though. But yeah, man,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, Dre, if you driving down the street and you see 2, 3 gas stations with green lights, you gonna pull up. It's 7. It's 6 o'clock. You on? Where? 7 Ground Evergreen.
Is it 6 o'clock summertime or 6 o'clock wintertime?
Right.
I said
that changes. You know, I'm from the city, so I know. Is it 6 o'clock wintertime or 6 o'clock summertime?
It's 6 o'clock right now. It's 6 o'clock
wintertime?
Now.
Is it dark?
Whatever it is you want to call Michigan weather, spring, fall, winter, whatever we in, it's raining shit every day.
Okay, well, 6 o'clock summertime, I pull up because I know it's going to be freaks there. 6 o'clock wintertime, I scan the parking lot to see if I even want any part to that and make my decision based on how crowded the parking lot is.
Okay, so let me ask you this. It's a car. Is the parking lot or gas station crowded a good thing or uncrowded or crowded a bad thing? Because you remember,
A crowded parking lot
if it's
is
crowded, the exits may be, you know what I'm saying, you getting
limited.
limited. So you getting out of there fast in a hurry. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I think it's still all situational, man, because like prime example, and like it's just some gas stations you just don't go to. And like I done told you this story, like, everybody know, man, you don't. There's 2 gas stations, one on the east, one on the west. You just don't go to unless you're from that hood. If you're on the
Literally.
east side,
Where is it at?
these are the
Where
ones
is
that I
that?
know it. If you're on the
Chalmers and Whittier.
so yeah, well that's 2, but I'm talking about off freeways. I'll say that. If you're on the east side, everybody know. Man, you don't go to that Shell gas station on the corner. I think it's Mac and 75.
I done been there twice.
You just don't go to that boy day or night because I've
You
been
talking about across the street from the school?
yeah, over there in that on the other side of the
Freeway.
Yeah, I'll go to that one anyway.
That's what I'm saying. You just don't go
Is
to
that
that
the one
boy.
the young black boy be hustling the water?
Yes. They be on the corner, but again, it's like 3 projects over there on the back side. So it's like, and it's not to discriminate, but it's just it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why you don't go to them 3. You don't go to that one.
You know what? When I go to the
I've
gas
seen
station,
firsthand why you don't on a few occasions.
when I go to the hood gas station, I try to keep my back to like I'll walk around the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Until everybody almost out of there. Then I go up and
then I go up.
Go up and put my back towards the guys, and I keep, you know what I'm saying? I don't put my back to the door just in case somebody run in. I always got myself to the side or something where I can like, okay, that's what's happening, or I can get to what I need to get to do what I need to do. But I I hate people behind me in gas stations.
Yes, sir. I can't stand it. I done had to check a couple folks about being too damn close, and this is even during COVID times. Like, dog, you back up. You don't
Hey, Dre, you the dude that go into the gas station and play like 1,600 freaking numbers? Because I can't stand them bitches neither.
Nah, I don't. I ain't played the lottery in so long.
Hey,
Shit, I don't even
wait.
go in the gas station. I just use my card and get the hell on.
Right.
I don't even. I had to really want something for me to go in the gas station.
Hey, and
sometimes I don't trust those
card readers,
especially in the hood.
Yeah, some
the ones that like Kroger's and people be sitting in the booth.
Yeah.
I go to those, but sometimes I don't be trusting them.
See, in that second gas station too, just to finish that little quick bit, everybody know it on the west side.
Which one?
Exit 9 at the Murder Mac, right there on Joy Road in Southfield.
Murder Mac.
But no, now you got to include that 106 mile with that 6 mile in the lodge now. When my man killed them people because the guy wouldn't let him out. He's gonna let me out on the shoot them people.
That's where that was at.
Yeah, 6 mile in the lodge.
Yeah, you're right. That is 6 miles in the lodge right there. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, right next to the liquor store. Yeah. Yeah, but see that was like an occasion that happened. Oh, man, we know the McDonald's over there, that Amico or whatever it is now, man. That's a hot corner. Nobody go there unless you're from the hood.
But peep this though, even with that Good Samaritan, he got shot, right? He runs into the gas station, the Shell gas station. He's sitting in the window.
In the window,
looking out. Like, bro, the window is not protection.
It's not protection.
That door is only gonna probably take one.
Right.
And then like you can't sit in the window. I don't know if he's looking out to see where the dude was at.
Yeah, you can kind of tell that's what he was doing.
I mean, right, but why did he stay there and watch that? Like, well, he was there for at least 2-3 minutes, and then he dipped. Then when the man was coming towards him, then he ran. But my thought was,
well, part of it, they was telling him to lock the door, and he was like, "Where's the lock at?" And I think in the midst of everything, he kind of was panicking, which I get. He not trained. He never been in them situations. Never been shot. So he adrenaline,
right,
everything
blood going.
So because a lot of them, they tell him lock the door. So if they telling him to lock the door, I'm assuming it's got to be a lock switch right there, like we got in the studio.
Also, right,
but most of them do. So I'm assuming that's what it was. He couldn't find it, and that's kind of what happened.
But then I'm thinking like, dog, how many people did you put in danger in the gas station? So what if it was 3 or 4 more people in the gas station? Because it sounded like it was somebody else in there besides the person working. Because you heard another, you heard a woman's voice. So I'm just like, that dude ran in there after him. What if he would have busted everybody else in there?
Man.
Because I think the woman that he shot the car was in there too.
No, she wasn't in there. She ran off to the side, but I don't think she was actually in there.
But if you listen to it, it sounded like it was. But even though you ran into the gas station and it ain't no quick lock or whatever, in my opinion, I'm like, damn, you put the people that in the gas station at risk, bro. Like, you should have just kept I don't. Well, like you said, he probably panicked and ran to the closest he thought was safe.
Safe, yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, opposed to just running off, and so the dude couldn't find him because I'm just like, dog, he put some other people at risk because he ran up in there. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's that gas station 101. You know, don't pull up on here, don't pull up there, because like I said, if it's green light, I'm just like, shit, I ain't stopping there. I don't even care. Like, and maybe if it's 4 or 5 of us in the truck,
Right.
I'm pulling up. Even when I pull up with my son, I say, dog, put your phone down, pay attention.
Right.
Keep
right.
your head on the swivel. Let me know what's up.
That all the
I
time,
tell him that all the time. I said, put your phone down. What you mean? We right here in this gas station. I need you to be aware of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm aware, but you may catch something
that I don't.
But I don't. I need to know quick so I can act quick. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, my little take on that. Because I just thought, like, look, man, as a good Samaritan, you want to jump out and help people. But now, shit, black folks be clowning. You help out, and then, like you said, you help out, jump out, that situation happen, or you jump out, or like you said, you see a situation at a gas station, a dude hitting on this girl or whatever. You don't know what that situation is. So now you jumped into that, and it come out bad for you.
Hey, you know how Dre do, man. Like we talking about with the kids and man, look, Dre kids grown, but I can tell you right now how Dre probably do it. Hey, motherfucker, put your phone down, pay attention. And as soon as he say, man, we ain't paying attention to blah, 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 and he just all of a sudden just be like, yeah, so, all right, then go ahead and get clapped up. That be on you.
But you know what, though? I had a situation where it was one day I was coming home from work. And
Dub calling me right now, so I'm going to just wait till he done calling. If y'all hear the beeping, that's what that is.
Yeah,
I was
coming home from work, and I went to the gas station across the street from the crib. I walked to the gas station, and I see my son. So me and him was talking. So I went to the store to get a beer. He came to the store with me, and it was 3 dudes in there. One of them was drunk, talking shit, and then he started saying something to my son while I was in the back. Like, oh, my cousin just died. I'm ready for whatever.
Oh,
so even though Andre was like, shit, I mean, at the time, Andre had to be like 23, 20, probably about 22, 23. I'm like, hold up. Because that, from parental instinct, I'm like, hold on, man. I said, go stand over there and pay for that. Like, man, what you looking at? I said, dude, you don't want this. This is something you just don't want right now. I understand you upset. I understand you just lost a family member or whatever. But this right here, you don't want no first. It was like, dude, because I mean, when it comes to your kids, you give no fucks. I guess he could feel the angst of my tone. Like, dude, you don't want this.
Right.
Now, I don't care that my son was in his early 20s. You don't want these problems.
Right.
I'm still gonna do what I got to do to protect my son. It's me before him, and they pay for their shit and love.
Well, hey, like I said, that was one of those things.
And that was at East Point. That wasn't even in the city.
Hey,
well, you know.
Wait a minute. Let me clarify. The eastern suburbs of Detroit for all our non-Michigan listeners, because I'm sure Popculture 223 will have non-Michigan listeners, so we have to specify those things when we say certain stuff.
Hey, and here's a funny thing. East Point changed their name from East Detroit to East Point because they didn't want the stigma, but man, that's still little Detroit over there on the east side.
I mean, I know that, you know that,
right,
but
little North Detroit.
Exactly.
Hey, clowning in the gas station. You don't know what's gonna pop off. You don't know what you're gonna see, what's going on. Hey, Dre, I got a question for you.
I'm ready.
Do you do you play when you paying for a service? Do you look for the cheapest or the best quality?
If I'm paying for a service, I do a whole bunch of reviews. Like, it took me like 2 weeks to review before I bought my TV. Like, I pay attention to everything because everything ain't.
Dre gonna be extensive with his research.
What's that always saying? You get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
And does that go with any and everything you try to get?
Yep.
So if I told you,
something simple like shoes. I mean, I know what's what, but
But if I said
something expensive like cars, TVs, if I'm going on a trip, shit like that, that's gonna cost me significant amount of money. Oh, I'm researching everything.
Oh yeah.
Well, what about if I'm gonna teach you a life-saving skill? You gonna go with the cheapest or the best quality?
If it's saving somebody's life, I'm gonna go with the best knowledge I can get from multiple people. Why settle for just one way of doing it?
Good answer.
Because everybody don't, like they say, one doctor can't tell you something another doctor know. You know
Basically,
what I'm saying?
basically, to answer your question, Trey, what he's saying is he getting multiple training from multiple people.
Right.
Right.
But you gonna do your research and pay for you're not gonna be cheap or just go with what somebody just hand you, but you're gonna do some research, right?
Yeah.
Be
If
right
you
back.
told me I had to go
Fats
to,
in the building.
because even some people who, and this will probably run into, because even the high end people, by the time they got high end, they don't care as much
Right.
because it's all about the money. So you got to try to balance it out. It's like interviewing people. You just got to ask the right questions and know what you really want before you do it.
Dude. So
Sometimes you got to spend money. Sometimes you can save a nickel here or there.
well, I guess why I asked that because and I don't know why we still going over this in 2023. It's crazy. I had a friend of mine that okay, so we all CPL. Well, me and Bear is CPL instructor, so we teach a service that can save lives. So we take that teaching and that information that we give to students and individuals to the utmost, right? We want to make sure that we giving you the best quality, because you gotta use that skill to save your life, right? You gotta use that skill, but yet and still, we got Paul, and what we call him?
You should call him Jimmy or something like that.
Jimmy and Paul that's just giving out certs for the low 50 and ain't educating the people on what they can and can't do with the cert. And why I said that because
Right.
I have a friend. I just found out this person has a certificate. They thought the certificate was the CPL card that you can carry. Like they didn't know.
And that's not the first time I've heard that either.
They didn't know that they had to take the application and the certificate down to the city county building to get their CPL license. They thought the
Oh,
certificate.
they thought once he handed it to them, that was it.
They thought that once you hand them the certificate, that was their CPL license. And the person was.
Why would you think that?
And the person was carrying. And the person was carrying the firearm with the certificate.
Carrying a cannon. Carrying
a 357 cannon with the certificate. And then mind you, this person was 110 pounds, maybe 115.
So did that person tell them that they was good and they didn't need nothing else?
Bro. They ain't tell them nothing.
They ain't tell them nothing. They just
because they ain't go to the class. They
didn't come take a class with Bear. They didn't come take a class with me. I guess they didn't take a class with a qualified instructor to tell them the ins and out and educate them. They just paid $50, $30. They wrote a certificate and told them, this is what you need. Go down there and do this. So I'm just like, bro, I said, listen, if you get pulled over, you get in a car accident or something, you going to get in trouble. You going to jail.
You going to be through.
And the gun that she got it from the person that got it from it. It's not registered to them. It's not registered to them. It's not even documented that person bought it.
I mean, hey, it was clear and clean, but
it was supposed to be clear and clean, but the person thought the certificate was the CPL license. Like in 2023, we still that fucking stupid.
Yeah, man, you be surprised, man. I mean, we not, but I just say that to say, like there's no telling what you see out here, man. I know Dre done heard some wild stuff.
People always want something on the low, man.
Turn your volume down, folks.
Something on the low, but that's low.
They always want something on the low. They would rather get something on the low. Because think about it. What do we, as a culture, and I'm the one who, we would sit up here. That's what, and I thought where you was going, you didn't go where I thought you was going. Because that's like if somebody's saying, whatever y'all charge for y'all classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most people are like, okay, this is what you charge for your classes because it's an important class. People need the information, blah, 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 blah. But then they be like, well, dang, can I get it for like $30? No, everything is not supposed to be on the low.
Right.
Because usually when stuff is on the low, if it's on the low, it ain't right.